Hi everyone. This is my first time, so I hope you bear with me for a bit. Yeah. Okay. My name is Nora. Let me introduce myself. I'm 23 years old this year. I have no degree or diploma, and I'm standing today to represent those who are afraid to speak out. At first, maybe there was about 100 of speakers, but reduced to probably 30, and now just 5 of us. So I nearly cancelled my speech today due to other errands, but mostly I'm afraid to stand up here to talk to all of you. I'm not here to protest about the government, although I am unhappy about the government, but I'm here to share my life experiences as a person who has lived independently without her parents for the last 6 to 7 years, and I just want to share what I've observed and what we probably could do in this little red dot to make it less stressful. And life in Singapore has never been the same since the age of 16, and it's always been my dream to move out of here, to make a life somewhere. So you will not probably see me in another 2 years, 3 years. My heart has never been here, so yeah. So as I understand, we Asians live with our parents until we decide to get married and move out. I'm one of those special cases. After my O-levels, I did get to a Singapore poly. That's my first choice, but my dad kind of say that my education is impossible to fund. Although my mom left me about 500,000 K worth of CPF and assets, including our house. My family is complicated. I have 3 stepmothers, 3 half-sisters, 2 half-brothers, and 2 real brothers. So that's why I chose to move out of my house at the age 16 and just force myself into the workforce. When I was working, I suffered under depression for 2 to 3 years. And why, you may ask? At age 16, imagine seeing your friends in school while you have to work for more than 14 hours a day. Coming home to strangers you barely even know and crying almost every night, wishing life would be the same as your friends. I wanted to do something about my life rather than complaining and sit for the US entrance exam, and got into the university. I worked day and night, work in the day and study in the night. It was exhausting, emotionally and physically. So, and I was 17. I am actually at the peak of my energy at that time, but yeah. Okay, so I had dreams of graduating from university at age 21. Of course, it never came true. Singapore has made me feel like I'm a failure through those dark years. Everyone around me was telling me to go to work while I was in school. Guess what? I quit school and went to work. Then they told me to go to school when I was working. Too late. Then they promised me they would pay for my school when I'm already in the workforce. Some even told me to go to school and to work. I'm not sure what the expectations are, but it has been exhausting without the guidance of your mother to protect you and shield you from all of it. I'm not close to my dad. He was absent for almost 16 years of my life and only came back before my mother passed on. I was the most self-conscious person out there, and I decided to run away. And I started traveling. It was the best decision that I've made. It cured me of my depression, and I've met so many people in life that has the same thinking as me, the same path, same broken dreams, and how we are still trying to make things better. I even go for immigration seminars in New Zealand, in Germany, and Australia, and seek advice from counselors to help me even further help on how to get out of this place. A counselor from New Zealand told me that Singapore is crazy, especially its education system. Who does exams at primary 1? Kids are supposed to be outside, into the playground, and just be kids. I've seen with my own eyes I was on the bus at 5 p.m. on Sunday, and there was this little girl with a very huge backpack. She was so exhausted, she actually slept on my shoulder. Can I remind you, it's Sunday evening. Why are you driving your kids to the tuition in Sunday evening? And why are we driving to our kids nowadays? Is it perfection? And do you guys know that there's a mental disorder called perfectionism? You can look it up on Wikipedia. I'm not sure if it's the government or the parents, or just maybe how the government mold us into what we want to be. But parents nowadays are robbing children of their youth. I'm very glad to be growing up in an environment where I can still play catching, hide and seek, hopscotch, and other games. But I do remember the last day of my high school was I have exams every single day for every single subject. And I remember I just lost interest in all the exams. I did not do my best, but I scored some A's. But still, it's not enough for me to impress the people that has been putting me down for years. So, something to do with the Ministry of Education. And I have a twin cousin who scored all A's on her exam, and the pressure was already set the day I was born. It was really painful for me to go through this this life, knowing that there's a perfect twin cousin, and you cannot be as perfect as she is, and everyone just wants you to score A's, and it's really hard for me. So back to my travels. I've traveled to Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, and I just returned from a 3-month trip in Europe. I managed to get myself a job and experience what it feels like to be local. It's one of my greatest risks I've taken in life so far, and I'm really impressed by how they live in Germany, especially. The locals warmly welcoming me in their house made me feel like I'm a part of their family, a feeling that I've long afraid to feel. I'm very happy that I'm living in the area right now whereby everyone is just smiling at you, saying good night, saying good morning. But I do know that the rest of Singapore, it's not happening. Like, I can see stares sometimes, and how they I'm sorry, I lost for words. So just negativity all around. People stare at you, people expect more of you, and you just want to get out of there. You just want to run away. I don't even celebrate Hari Raya this year to avoid questions like my job, my future. They are showing off their bags, their new clothes, their new phones, and house. And for what? I have friends that take diplomas for 3 years while I was studying, and end up that they did not find a job in the sector that they love. They end up unemployed, and they go into different places to study. So they end up being teachers. They end up being just business admins, something not to do with science, or because science, they are taken up by foreign talents. But I'm very glad now that I took this path, because I don't have to go through 3 years wasting my life on the education that Singapore has given. And I learned from traveling, and it's not so bad actually. Not having a diploma or not having a degree, I can still make it out there. And I almost got into Germany and worked in Germany for about a year, but due to time, I need some time to process the visa and stuff, so I need to come back here. But I will be returning there, hopefully this year or the next year. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Maybe I just want to tell you guys that I hope everyone will start to stand up for themselves. You know, don't be afraid. Try not to believe everything that is in the media. You know, everyone has this question. We need to start questioning things. Yeah, never believe what is being said. Do your research. Be curious. Like Sherlock Holmes said, never theorize before having data. Thank you.